Hey guys, Bertha here, second year Rhodes Scholar. My first two videos spoke about your CVs and your referees. My most recent one spoke about your personal statement when writing your application. We're gonna focus on a small little thing called your academic statement. I'm gonna start with the main tips and then I'll read an example of my own. First of all, the academic statement is not about you. It's not about you. I know it's tempting to write about yourself here for the most part because you are probably so used to it at this point of the application, but this is about the subject area. Think about this as a good opportunity to demonstrate why you want to solve your problem in the world using this particular academic tool. Oxford is an academic institution. So at some point in the application, you're going to have to demonstrate that you are passionate about and interested in the subject area or in the program that you want to apply to. Really, when you're approaching the academic statement, think about this as a place to honor and celebrate this subject that you love so much or this area that you love so much. So that's one. The second thing is why Oxford? And it feels obvious. You're like, of course, it's Oxford. Who doesn't want to go here? But really, you need to sit down and ask yourself, would I be able to say this about any other program at any other university? It's not compelling enough that you just want to go to Oxford because it's Oxford. You must demonstrate that you've thought about the program further than that, right? That you've developed your interest in the program or in the subject area and that Oxford is the best place in the world to offer that thing to you. Because the truth is that there are some institutions that are better at offering some programs than Oxford. And if you're going to make a compelling and convincing case that you've really thought about your place in the world and how you want to solve your problem, or what you view as a problem, then you will need to demonstrate that you've thought really hard about what is the best place that can equip you with those skills to go out and solve that problem. You need to have a bigger reason than Oxford just being the best university in the world. So think about what are the specific opportunities. Are there certain lecturers, certain programs? Are there certain research groups that have a resource that no other university has? And because it's Oxford and because it's so well resourced, it'll be easy for you to point out if there's a certain faculty member that you want to work with, or if there's a specific thing that only Oxford can offer you. You will not have a hard time finding characteristics or opportunities that distinguish Oxford from other universities, but you will have to look and you'll have to demonstrate that you looked. In as much as this part is about the program itself and it's more about the specific area, we also don't want to feel like we're reading an application from a robot. Where does your personal interest and your personal curiosity come from? That's important to demonstrate, because if that personal connection is not there, then it's difficult to be convinced that you will be compelled to see this through all the way through and to fully apply yourself. So I'm going to read my academic statement now. Not perfect, but it worked. Wait, let me give you guys some context before I read this. So again, I studied sustainability, enterprise, and environment. When you're applying to the Rhodes Scholarship, you also have to apply to Oxford separately. So you'll need to have an idea of the programs you're going to apply to. You will not be held to those programs, but you need to know and you need to have thought about it. So you need to have a sense of that. My earliest interaction with environmental literature dates back to a 2009 Disney Channel jingle that encouraged all its young viewers to reduce, reuse, and recycle. While those words resonated on television, they were absent from everyday life in Namibia. For this reason, I concluded that environmental work must be for white people in the faraway land of America. This perspective changed during my young adult years when I deliberately challenged my indifference about environmental work by enrolling in a university course titled Africa, Environment and the Global Economy. It was the genesis of my academic awakening and ushered in a lifelong devotion to uncovering the potential of African countries through progressive environmental and natural resource policy. Beyond the irrefutable glamour and prestige associated with Oxford, I am most excited about the rigorous challenges offered by the School of Geography and the Environment, where I have chosen the following courses. 1, an MSc in Sustainability, Enterprise and the Environment, and secondly, an MSc in Water Science, Policy and Management. These courses bolster my ongoing research in nuanced areas, including the deliberation on whether coal-backed South Africa should postpone or hasten its pivot to renewable energy alternatives. Additionally, they complement my undergraduate honors thesis, which examines the adequacy of Namibia's political economic framework in negotiating oil and gas production sharing agreements. The Oxford Environmental Change Institute's publication on Crisis and Opportunity, Transforming Climate Governance for SMEs, caught my attention. Its call for small businesses to capitalize on energy-saving opportunities exemplifies the kind of interdisciplinary research I wish to pursue at Oxford. Integrating real-life experiences into my research is a significant academic challenge that I eagerly anticipate. Additionally, BBC Ideas, an Oxford Social Sciences Division collaboration, challenges academics to create short films based on their research. This excites me as it aligns with my passion for both academic research and TV production. I would get to be my full self at Oxford. I have to conclude with a shout out to Disney Channel for that jingle. 16 years later, and just over 10 published articles later, my curiosity about environmental policy as a tool for transformative democratic practice has only just begun. You see, sprinkle in a little bit of what you've done so they don't forget. Make sure they don't forget. Right? Sprinkle in a little bit of what you've done and make sure that you talk about why it's interesting for you. What is the work that you're already doing? So it's really important that when you approach this, it shouldn't sound like you are absolutely doing nothing at all in your area of interest and now Oxford is going to come around and suddenly give you this new passion and this new capacity to just fly. It should sound like you're already doing your absolute best with what you had, and Oxford is only going to enable you to move much, much faster. And so when you write the statement, make sure that it sounds like there's a natural marriage, so to speak, between your interests, between what you are found doing, and the very specific and very unique opportunities that Oxford can offer. And that when those come together, you can change the world. So those are all my thoughts on the academic statement. Let me know what else you would like me to break down. I hope this was helpful, and please, if this was enjoyable for you, like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend who might benefit. Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understand.